Yeah, dude, this season might be the best season so far.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's like, I mean, especially, I mean, it starts out great, and then the last like 7 or 8 episodes, just like one after another. It's like it's on a tear. It's like some of the my favorite episodes so far, like kind of at the end of this season.
Yeah. Yeah, and everything's kind of humming along too with like we said last time with like season 3, season 4. These are like the show is peaking. Like this is everything's humming along. The actors are in the zone. The writers are in the zone. Like everything is just humming along like and that allows for like even better and better bits, all the time.
Yeah, I mean, this season, it's like there's also they bring in a lot more of like the story arcs that kind of carry season. It's
Yeah.
not just it's all throughout the season. Cam and Claire flipping a house is or uh, Dylan and Haley are back together, so we get some of that drama. Cam looks for work, so he does a few different jobs. His way to college for a little bit, like all these things, like it's just like a continuing line throughout the season.
Yeah, and it's also important in terms of the thesis listeners, those have been listening to all these episodes here, go back and listen to them if you haven't, where this season is also very important because of how it was the timeline, right? Like this is season 4, and we are at 2012 to 2013 is when it aired. Most of the episodes obviously being written in 2012. So there are certain things about the changing culture that start to come in here. And we're going to get to that, listeners. And Eric and I were texting about it as we were rewatching and stuff, just the kind of, yeah, the therapy culture, even the kind of identity politics stuff where it's still a joke. People are still making jokes about it. I'm thinking even of like that scene with Haley with the community college brochure, and she like makes a joke about like the perfectly diverse pictures that's on like every.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like a Hispanic kid, a black kid, an Asian kid, and then a kid in a wheelchair, like just
Mhm.
all. And it is funny because I was at community college a few years before this, and like just the banners around there that would advertise it were just like that's what I mean. It still is, I'm sure. I haven't been to a community college.
Yeah, so it's like ambiguous mixed race person, and then like a black person. Yeah,
uh,
always someone to say.
yeah, and there's some stuff with particularly with the cultural clash is still there, obviously, because it's a huge part of the show. But it again, I don't want to overemphasize this, listeners. It is so well done because the writing's so well done. It's not like this kind of hit you over the head woke stuff because that hadn't didn't exist yet. It was still well done, well crafted. Everybody's getting jokes, and they're funny. Like I found myself laughing at a lot of them. But I was thinking, particularly towards the end of the season with Lily, there's like a whole cultural thing where like Cam and Mitch are embarrassed because they're not like
Mhm.
teaching her Vietnamese culture or whatever, which actually ends up being a funny bit, like in the show, where like they try to teach her like the
Yes.
Vietnamese culture, but like Lily doesn't care at
Yeah.
all. Because yeah, because they're
Yeah.
like, we'll get to that too, because that's a huge part of the woke slowly trickling in and starting to change everything. But it hasn't happened yet because this is still 2012, 2013. And yeah, man, I have a bunch of notes. Eric and I were texting about it. We think we have more notes for this season, both of us, than we had previously.
Yeah, I definitely do. I've got like
Same.
5, 6 pages. Yeah, 6 pages.
Yeah, for a while there when I was starting, like, watching this in chunks, like usually what I'll do is when I know we're recording this, I'll start, on like a Tuesday or Wednesday. We'll usually record on the weekends and I'll just start doing like hour and a half chunks or something. So I'll get like 6, 7 episodes, uh,
Mhm.
into like, yeah, hour and a half, 2 hour chunk, before you go to bed, watch a little comedy and take some notes. And then like, so just as those first couple sessions where I was just watching, yeah, 6, 7 episodes at a time, I was starting to like take notes on every single episode, and I was like, oh man, like we're never gonna get through all this. Like, but there's only like a handful of episodes that I didn't take any notes on. Or I
Yeah.
just put like one little thing about, yeah, because like you said, there's more through lines, there's more setups in the first couple episodes that come back later on in the
Mhm.
season, and again, that's just like the show getting comfortable with everything. I mean, this again is at the time, it's so hard to think back even, dude, but like this was the biggest show on TV still. Season 4, it was huge. It was cleaning up the Emmys, the Golden Globes. Um, everybody was quoting it, talking about it. The characters had become household kind of things that people. I remember hanging out with friends at this time. My friend had like these kind of like in 2012ish. This was kind of a newer thing with the Bluetooth headphones were becoming a thing.
Yeah.
And my friend had these like really extreme Bluetooth headphones that had to have this little charging stand, and they were like the big over the ear, ones. And he
Yeah.
would wear them to like game or like watch TV or something. And like we were hanging out at my buddy's house, and my other friends saw them, and he's like, "What are those?" He's like, "Oh, those are my Bluetooth headphones." And he just started laughing. He's like, "Oh, Phil Dunphy, ladies and gentlemen." Like he was like doing that as like a joke, like because it was like in the culture now. Like everybody knew who Phil Dunphy was. He
Yeah.
was like the tech guy for Modern Family, like the goofy dad. It was just a part of it. Like this was, yeah, it was already is. I mean, it is what I mean. It was becoming the cultural phenomenon.
Heavy.
Bored.
Heavy.
I am heavy, heavy, heavy.
Bored.
I may say that the male is entirely hostile. No! Dinner,
Resources.
life, friends is boring. We must not say so.
But all right, man. Yeah, let's get started, dude. Another episode of Heavy Board, and we are continuing the running series of Modern Family, the last American sitcom. And we are joined once again by friend of the pod, Eric, at organized. Oh shit, it's completely different now. At Cat Enjoyer 81.
Yes. Yeah, organized it's organized meat too at Cat Enjoyer 81. The account got hacked. You can still go to organized meat if you want some Bitcoin scams popping up in your feed, but you need to go to
Yeah,
the Sitcom private too for my stuff.
dude, those crypto scams are insane on socials right now.
Yeah, yeah. So that was a
It's
hope. Hopefully,
unbelievable.
I'll get it back. Still working on getting it back. There's several. Seems like there's several steps because you
Yeah,
deny it first, and then you got to appeal again. So we'll see.
yeah. We'll have both as listeners know. The regular listeners know Eric, and they know his handle. So organized meat or organized meat two out there. We'll link both. Will probably be linked below. I'll put both below there. Uh, yeah. All right. So Eric, welcome back to Heavy Board again.
Thanks for having me, man. I love this series.
I know, dude. We've recently, and we're getting as we're doing it too. I'm getting more and more excited, like every season. So
Mhm.
we're picking up the pace a little bit, settling into it. Because we're going to plan to do like 11 episodes on this fucking thing, like one per season. But all right, I guess the big thing that starts it off, that's like a big change, right? There's a new baby. Gloria
Yeah.
and Jay are pregnant. Gloria's pregnant half this season, and about halfway through, maybe two-thirds of the way through, the baby Joe is born, and that's like the new cast member. But he's kind of, he's just a baby at this season.
Mhm.
Uh, so the whole episode one starts with Gloria announcing she's pregnant and Jay turning 65 in the same episode. So the father having a baby, older by most standards here. And again, I was thinking even just the older father, like that's a very modern thing,
Yeah, and it's
especially if you're wealthy,
mhm.
that's more of like a poor person thing.
Yeah, and I love how, they didn't really reveal it till the end of the episode, or at least Gloria didn't end up telling Jay till the end of the episode. And, because you could tell like before he got he got kidnapped by his friends for his birthday, and they were telling him about what they were in their garden, like pickling, like making pickles or something during their downtime. And yeah, Jay just realizes like, oh man, I'm sick. I don't want to retire. He's like, you mean my life is like over? I'm just fucking pickling vegetables. And so yeah, like when Gloria tells him, and it's just like he is so excited. He's like, "Look, it makes me feel young again. Like I just saw what my future is going to be, and I don't like it." So yeah, this baby is the greatest thing that could happen. And it's just I love um how they really just kept it till the end. And there's like Jay's epiphany
Yeah.
about what this could mean for his life.
And we've said it before, the pro family wholesomeness. Like you think he's gonna be upset because he's old and cranky and too tired for an infant. And I mean, you know what, man? Having little kids right now, even in my 30s, it's like, yeah, you're more tired. Imagine 65. Like, like having like the energy of a toddler like running around your house and stuff.
Mhm.
Having to baby proof like your liquor cabinet or whatever. Like, yeah, that's probably like not what most 65-year-olds want in their life at that point.
Yeah.
But it's so wholesome. It's so pro family. It's like, Jay's going to make the best of this. And he's even saying he's worried he doesn't have enough time, like he's like making jokes throughout the whole series now. The rest of the series basically, but the whole season once we find that out where he's making jokes about how like, I'm not going to have as much time with this one, because I'm 65. So yeah, by the time this kid is 20, if he's still alive, he's 85.
Yeah.
That's it's something I've been thinking about more too, which I just relate to it more because I'm just, yeah, I'm in my mid 30s, so is my wife, and we're just thinking like, yeah, we're about to have our second child, and it's like, yeah, so we're gonna be in our 50s when this kid is 20,
Mhm.
like in our
Yeah.
mid 50s. So if we have any more after this, we're just gonna be even older, like if we have one at 40, we're gonna be in our 60s while they're like going to high school graduation, like.
Yeah.
So it is something to consider. Yeah, it's something that I think even millennials are probably considering it more than like the baby boomer generation that Jay's supposed to represent because millennials are having kids older, blah blah blah. Yeah, but yeah, always great, very modern. And I always love how like they bring Dylan back. Like almost every season
Yes.
one, like episode one so far has like brought Dylan back somehow, even if he's not in the whole season.
Yeah.
He just
No,
gets brought back, and it's usually pretty hilarious. Like.
yeah. And this is where I think he wants to move in with Phil and Claire, like the family.
Yeah, and
Um,
Haley's pushing for it.
yeah.
Again, very modern, right? Like that would be so taboo even in
Mhm.
like 2001, you know?
Oh yeah.
But like in 2010, 2012, like that was becoming such a common thing. I know people still that have some weird setups like this. Yeah. And I get, there's always extenuating circumstances, whatever. Somebody has something terrible happen to them or whatever. They move in with like their significant other's family or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely like a newer thing for like the quote, modern family that this is supposed to be representing.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, that's what's great about the show. It has that wholesome sort of old-fashioned values, but it does blend them successfully with like, accepting kind of sort of small newer changes that are coming along in society.
Right. And even
Um,
shows a wholesome like somebody like Jay or even like Phil or somebody like dealing with that, like not liking it, but then like trying to like, overcome it a little bit, understanding that like, their child's an adult now, blah, all those kind of things that we've talked about and we'll continue to talk about.
yeah.
Dude,
I
and just no, please.
uh, and I mean, so the episode starts off with like Manny doing these like fryer roast jokes towards Jay about his age, which is just like it's great because it's still like Manny's starting to get into like he's always been in this sort of more mature stuff. So him watching like Dean Martin and Don Rickles like do the Friars roast and trying to copy them is was still cute. Um,
Yeah,
and also
Manny, this is the season where Manny has a dirt stash
yes,
because he's like, I don't know how old the actor is at this time, but the character is supposed to be like 13, 14, which is, yeah, when most boys get their little dirt stashes.
Mhm.
And like we were talking about, this is like Manny's still great. It's still peak Manny, but it's starting to be not as cute because, yeah, he's got a dirt stash and he's like 14.
Yeah, but like
But
getting
yeah,
into roasting is like kind of like all right, that's that.
yeah.
It's still more mature than his like um a lot of the other stuff he was still making too.
Yeah,
And
dude.
my two favorite like bits or gags from this is So when so Jay's friends, Chaz Palminteri and Ernie Hudson, along with Phil, kidnap him. Like they just show up at his door, they get him to look away, and they throw a bag over his head and like a hood.
Like
And
zip
Jay's
tie his
freaking
hands.
out.
Yeah.
It's like they're
They're like,
doing
let's
this
put
to
him
a
in the trunk.
65-year-old guy. And so they kidnap him. They bring him to they're going to take him fishing, right? So they bring him to a dock, and Jay tries to escape, like falls off into the pier, and his hands are tied, so he couldn't swim. And one of my favorite lines, someone yells out, "Jump in, save him!" And Chaz Palminteri, who is sort of this implied like gay character, says, "I would, but these pants are cashmere." Like, just they always hint at him being gay. He tells Phil that how great he would look with a beard, which we were texting about.
Yeah,
Um,
dude, I had to text you when I saw
yeah,
that because it's such a throwaway line at a certain
yeah,
point. They're just talking on the boat, and in the middle of the conversation, that the shorty, the character is just like, you know, every time I see your face, I just get angry and angrier that there isn't a beard on
yeah. He's
it.
like, "You'll bring out your eyes and that nose." Like it's just very gay and funny.
And then at like the very end of the episode, it's like a flash forward, and Phil has a full beard. Like, and it's just, I just started dying. I had the text to Eric. I was like, Phil's beard is such a small gag, but it's so good. Like,
Yeah, I mean, and so uh when Jay's like struggling in the water, you hear some.
if you're hearing this, it's because you are listening to the free public feed of Heavy Board. To get complete, uncensored, uninterrupted, full access to this podcast, become a subscriber at patreon.com/heavyboard. That's right, Heavy Board is made possible by subscribers like you. For less than 1 cup of coffee per month, you will receive private access to uncensored, full-length episodes, Jerk Shop, heavy bonus content, subscribers-only AMA episodes, bonus extended interviews, and more. Come join the conversation today at patreon.com/heavyboard.